What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be checking out the Witch King of Angmar, the Morgul Lord, the leader of the Nazgul from Prime 1 Studios. So this has been a highly anticipated pre-order for me. I just woke up, it's 5:30 a.m. and I've already pre-ordered this. In addition, I just officially put my deposit down for the Nazgul bonus version. Don't want that to sell out. So I do have all Prime 1 Lord of the Rings on pre-order right now, all bonus, exclusive versions, all direct through Prime 1 economy shipping. So this one, the price is better than I actually anticipated, and I did guess right on how the cost difference between this Ultimate and the regular. So the regular comes without the Nazgul, the Fell Beast. So if you don't want the Fell Beast and you just want like this, it's $400 cheaper. And that's about what I said. I said it's about probably $400 for that Fell Beast. And I was right. Now, this is definitely extremely cool. Now, let's compare this to the other 1/4 Witch King that just went up for pre-order, which is this guy by Darkseid Collectibles. Now, theirs is 30 inches tall. So it is taller by 2 inches, probably just due to a thicker base. Exact same pose. Bases are almost somewhat similar. That like the top part obviously being the field. This one does come with the flaming sword, which I think is a big miss by Prime 1 because I love the flaming sword. And this one is priced at $1,500. It'll have a lower edition size at $250. This is free shipping. Where the Prime 1, this one's $1,099. So $400 cheaper than Darkseid's, but the one that's the exact same price, granted plus shipping, although who knows, maybe retailers offer free shipping. This one does come with the actual Fell Beast, which I think is a huge deal. Look at the difference between those two. That is a massive difference. Now, I do like this base on the left. I think it's cool. It has like the Gates of Mordor, reminiscent of the field of battle where it has lots of different cool things on it. I really do like it. I think it's magnificent, actually. And so you still get that base, but they add the freaking Fell Beast, which is so sick looking. So you get the wing and the back upper traps of the Fell Beast and the face. It does make it quite a bit deeper, from 18 inches to 22, also wider, 22 inches. So same height. Yeah, look at that back part of it. Awesome. Super, super cool. Now this one is fully sculpted, no mixed media. The Fell Beast does look amazing. Big fan of that. I used to own the Weta version, which I did like a lot. I did sell it though. Got rid of all my Weta, pieces for the most part. I'm trying to really just stick to a few creatures in Prime 1, but I just didn't have space for the Weta and I needed some money, so. Yeah, it looks awesome. That armor looks freaking awesome. I like the sculpted. There is definitely some advantages to sculpted versus mixed media. Mixed media will wear and tear more or less. The material will not be the same as sculpted over the years. Plus, anytime you dust, you kind of mess it up. I mean, I do like both. My sideshow is mixed media for my Morgul Lord, but I do think this looks significantly better than the sideshow. The pose is better. The base is significantly better. It's only 1 inch taller because sideshows is 27 inches tall. The base and the concept is really what makes this one so much better. Obviously the pose is awesome, just like Darkseid. This is the best pose for the Witch King. Super cool. The field looks awesome with all the arrows and everything. Super legit. I freaking love this piece. It's just gorgeous looking. The armor looks amazing. Yeah, definitely huge fan of this piece. I think the price is reasonable. It shows shipping in 2 boxes, probably an additional smaller box for the Fell Beast. It shows shipping a galaxy away. January 2024. Ooh, that's brutal. But I do have my other, Witch King to keep me company until then, which I'll eventually sell that one. Now this one, does it show when this one ships? I don't know. This one didn't have that much hype. I think because a lot of people are really wanting the Prime 1 one, because, we're all collecting that line. This one also has a 1/3 version for $21.50 if you want to go down the 1/3 route. Now, I would love to go down the 1/3 route, but I just can't rely upon, getting all the characters I want in 1/3. It's similar to, like, Marvel. There's only, like, 2 Marvel in 1/3. I wouldn't go down the 1/3 route for Lord of the Rings. I think it's best to stick to 1/4, just like Marvel, because then you'll be able to get all the characters you want. Other things like DC 1/3 is fine. I got all the characters I pretty much want. So yeah, I definitely do like this a lot more than Darkseid Studios version. I wish Spec Fiction's pictures would get bigger. His pictures are always so tiny. It's not even loading. The one thing I do like is that flaming sword. That is sick. Like, I think theirs is mixed media as well. Yeah, where Prime 1 isn't. Now, I'm not sure why Prime 1 did not do the Flaming Sword. I think we should all comment they need to do the Flaming Sword. I was hoping it would have been a website bonus version, just include it, but it looks like they didn't, because I did want that. That's the only miss on this. Otherwise, I think it's freaking perfect. It's going to weigh 50 plus pounds. It's definitely going to be a big piece. We've seen it. It's a big piece when you see like this, Sauron and the Nazgul, they look all so amazing together. So, I got my pre-order in. If you're collecting the Prime 1 Lord of the Rings line, which I do think this will be one of their best lines they've ever created, I highly recommend pre-ordering. And I do recommend pre-ordering direct. You generally get it cheapest, 5% rewards, best customer service, and you always get it first. If you order through anywhere else, you're going to get it way later. And you're not going to save any money. I've done both routes. Let me show you guys where I'm going to display this. Alright, so here is the Lord of the Rings setup. Now, my plan, I believe what I'll do, because of the depth on this Nazgul, I probably could fit it here, but you definitely have the fill be sticking out quite a bit. So I'd have to display it right here if I did, but what I'm thinking is I want this entire top row to be Prime 1 Lord of the Rings for the most part. I definitely will not be able to fit the Nazgul bust by Infinity Studios in this display, so more than likely I'll probably just cancel that. Unless there's a way to display it right here. But I'm going to scoot Sauron to the left, move that orc. But Sauron will be to the left, and then I'll just do the Morgul Lord right here. And then I'll likely move Lurt's bust in the back, and then do Lurt's 1/4, Berserker 1/4, and then go into the Holy Trinity. And then I want to do Gandalf and Saruman right there. Technically I could also do Gandalf like on that little thing. I put that there. But I do want Gandalf and Saruman together, possibly with Galadriel, my sideshow, or if Prime 1 makes one. I'll eventually put him back there, and I'll probably actually change that to a garage shelf so I can properly fit him. So that's all the creatures. Underneath right here is where I'll actually do the Nazgul. I don't think Nazgul needs to be top shelf. It's not a detailed face and whatnot. So, that one definitely is a down low statue. So Nazgul with Frodo and Gollum, because the Nazguls were chasing Frodo the whole movie. And I really liked pairing my old Nazgul with my sideshow Frodo. Nazgul and horse. So I'll definitely pair those together. And then like right there is where I'll do Gandalf and Saruman. And I may even just do an orc right there and throw an orc in right here. Just mix in those orcs somewhere, or I could do them down low. I'll just mix in the orcs somewhere. I do like him next to Sauron, but for space, I'll have to do Morgul Lord next to him. And then, yeah, I might just throw the orcs down low. We'll see what happens, but that's kind of really all my space I think I'll be limited to. So after Morgul Lord, the only additional pre-orders I think I can fit is going to be Gandalf and Saruman, pending they fit inside this garage shelf. I can fit really 20 inches depth, and it's 3 feet wide. Granted, I could bring the shelf forward if I absolutely have to fit it. But that is what I want from Prime 1 now, is Gandalf the Gray. I don't want Gandalf the White, I want Gandalf the Gray, and then Saruman. But I am actually quite happy with my Sideshow ones, so if for some wild reason they decide not to make them, which I think would be super foolish, I would still be fine with my Lord of the Rings, because I do have them, and they are amazing. So I'm still very happy with them, and they do pair great. I mean, look at Saruman next to Lurtz. They still pair very good together. It's not like the detail of those two are horrible. Gandalf could use a facelift. Saruman actually is very good. But yeah, that is basically my plan. As you can see, based off what I just told you, I don't have space for the Nazgul bust. Unless I can somehow fit it right here, there's just no effing way. But the Morgul Lord definitely will be, one of the highlights. Hence, it's going to go right here, directly above the Fell Beast, like diorama. Someone questioned if the Fell Beast is true 1/4 scale. So here is the diorama by Iron Studios to gauge the size difference. I mean, it probably isn't true 1/4 scale, but if they did true 1/4, it'd be too big. So it's probably more like a 1/6 scale, but I do think it scales good enough with the 1/4 full Witch King. So, and there is the Sideshow one in comparison, as you can see. So I mean, it's great, and the armor is like very detailed, and it does look good for an old school statue. For an old piece, this is fantastic, and it's cheap. Like this goes for I think like $600 to $700, where the new ones are all $1,500+. So if you're looking for the budget-friendly one, you go with Sideshow. You want the best of the best, like I'm doing, you go with Prime 1. You're just paying double to triple the cost, which I think is worth it. Anyways, folks, if you guys are looking to pre-order this, I will leave a link in the description below where you can pre-order this. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tonight. Actually, I'm going to be going live with Collectors Enabled. I'll leave a link in the description below. It's also just on my community tab, but I'll be going live with them if you guys want to see me on Collectors Enabled and Mike Costa. Anyways, that's it. See you in the next one. Later.